This is the latest addition to my collection. It's Jewel Knights. Quick deck profile for it. Grade 3s. Ashley, 3 Salome, 3 Ashley, 2 Ashley reverse. Um, you normally just want to write into Ashley, well, into Salome if you're going first. Ashley if you're going, well, no. Salome if you're going second. Ashley if you're going first. Salome can make your turn on Crystal Luster be very powerful. It gives it plus 1, plus 10k, 1 drive. Ashley can make it also powerful. It gives it 1 crit and it extends by Soul Blasting 2. But she also can be an extender on rearguard. This cannot be an extender on rearguard. Reverse can also make your Crystal Luster a finisher. You don't genuinely need the 2 copies and you don't really need to finish. Why not play 3-3-3 instead? Because that gives you the option of going into everything. So I like going for 8 drives. And I genuinely, while I enjoy this card, I like playing the variety of grade 3s. I don't play 3-3-3 because you only use this if you're guaranteed to kill. You use this depending on the matchup. It's just preference of mine. Uh, grade 2s for Lila. 4 extender girls, so 4 copies of Sybil, 3 copies of Bad Sort Me, um, and 2 copies of Miranda. So 4 copies of Lila gets plus 10k to Vanguard, so pretty good on ongoing second. If not, she can also be a 15k column. And Soul Charges 1 recycles. She's the best recycler in the deck. Sybil gives you Soul. She extends. That's the reason why we play her for. She extends and she can make your columns a lot better. Bat Sword Me. Once per turn, counter bless 1. If it's being boosted, you can call it grade 2 or lower unit to your rear circle. It doesn't have to be open. You can write on top of something and plus off of it. Second effect, you can ditch it check top 5 if you're on grade 1 or less for grade 2, if I'm not mistaken. It's the generic new grade 2 cycler. Um, Miranda, you only play 2. You can tutor her out some ways. And if not, I don't really like playing 4 copies of her. She's a countercharger sometimes, too. Uh, Reasons as to why I don't like playing 4 copies of her, you just have ways of accessing her. If not, well, if you really need her, pump it up. I just like by 2 copies. 4 copies of Unis. This is the grade 1. If it's written upon, you can retire something. If not, you can draw 1. What you really care about is the first effect. You can bounce her to hand, return a unit from your job into your deck. Soul Charge 1. She enables your Salome turns. 3 copies of Mordivus, 2 copies of Alwayn. These are your 5 cards for riding ongoing for on Vanguard. If something writes on top of her, you draw 1. If something writes on top of her, check top 2 for it. You will not add it to your hand. You don't play 4 copies because it just generally, I like having more names. 2 copies of Sisyphus. It checks for your grade 3. That's about it. Uh, it fixes your grade 3s. He gets plus 5k if you don't have Counterblast. He's pretty big. Overtrigger, we play Olbarian. Why? Because the Keter Overtrigger is not bad. It's not amazing also, and it really depends on if you hit it or not. I like Olbarian, it makes my columns bigger. Crits, 7 crits, 4 strike, father, 3 intersoul, 3 of anything you want. I only have these right now. They work the same. Strike father is really good. 4 copies of drop PGs. It's drop PGs. You can play a split of 2 crits too if you just like it. I like my 4 drop PGs. 2-2 split on the heels. Genuinely, I like the 2-2 split. It doesn't show up. Regular starter. This G7 is a D6 thing. You play 3 crystal clusters, 3 to 4 clusters. I play 3. 4 copies of her. Evangeline. Why Evangeline and Crystal Luster? This is your flip father. It makes it so you can just flip her, and if you really want to, you can just stride into her and give your columns plus 9k for everything. That is a Jewel Knight. Crystal Luster is the main stride. You don't need a counter blast to do anything, so it's just genuinely good. And yeah, This Evangeline says she gives plus 3k for each card that is face up with the same name as her to every Jewel Knight. And your whole deck is Jewel Knight, so why not play her? It's plus 9k to your column, so 9, 9, that's 18 automatically. 2 copies of Swordmaster, dude. Well, the Knight of Twin Absolute Saints, like, of Twin Swords. You don't make him a lot. If you make him, it's because you don't really have a good grade 3. You're going into something like, um, Reverse Ashley, and you don't have the counterblast to finish off and give it an OPG restriction. And yeah, he says counterblast 1, call 2 grade 2 units. After that, 2 copies of this dude, draw cards, balance, and call 5. He's just an option. He's never really being used. You just run it because you have the space for a toolbox. If you have a toolbox, play the whole toolbox. 2 copies of the guide that goes. Regrets was 10k. You have something on the regard, so it's 25. You don't really make them a lot. It's that you made 2 copies. These 2 guys you make a lot. This is the copy of Morgause. Basically, he says give one of your grade 2 perfect guard for counter blast 1, so blast 1. Pops off a lot. You can guard something and go off. And lastly, I play this for the funny haha. You would rather play another copy of this girl. It doesn't flip. She gives perfect guard to your rear guard. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to play her. Yeah, speed running this deck profile. V Premium will probably come up soon. Thanks for watching.